Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse of Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. Going to have some fun today from Lee Summit North High School, visiting with Colby Matthews, the girls track and field coach, and, visiting with you a little bit before we went on the air. Dude, you've got 30 freshmen coming out this year. What type numbers are we talking about for the Broncos?
We're pushing 80 on our team, which is easily the most numbers I've had since 2019. So excited to see that many kids coming back out and showing the interest in track and a lot of numbers always usually bodes well to have a strong team.
Are they numbers in all across the board, or do you see an emphasis in sprinting or distance or the field events?
We mostly keep we broke down with the weather this week. We were able to break down actually a little earlier into event groups, and I actually have pretty good sized groups across the board. Our sprint jump groups can be big, but I've got a handful of girls high jumping that significantly larger group of pole vaulters, significantly larger group of throwers. So yeah, across the board, we've got kids wanting to try all these events.
The thing I love about high school sports, and I know it can be frustrating or it can be very exciting for coaches, is just the constant change. You're talking about numbers that you had pre-COVID, and now you've built that back up. You've got such a tremendous culture and history there. Right now, what are you concentrating on with 80-plus kids coming out for the team?
So the challenge, I put this on all my assistant coaches, and I have a fantastic group of assistant coaches that, really with track, they're all kind of like their own little head coach. And I really find my role, I specialize coaching in hurdles, but as the head coach, I find my biggest role is to make sure I'm establishing that team culture and giving those assistants whatever they need to be able to really focus on their area. And, with this many, sorry about that, Bell.
No problem.
With this many kids out, the real goal, especially with such a large young group, the real goal is get them into something and help them find what they are interested in, help them find an event group that they are excited about. Don't let them get into one thing and just decide that's it. And unless they're absolutely fascinated with it, and that kind of happens to your pole vaulters. But the goal is to really kind of figure out where those puzzle pieces go. I'm getting all sorts of noise today here. But figuring out where those puzzle pieces go in the first couple weeks, we have such a quick turnaround. Our first meet is on the 20th, so a week from Friday. So find a lot of these 14, 15-year-olds have only done middle school track. A lot of them are coming to us from, maybe even another sport. But that's the goal, is to find an event that they like, that they can feel have success in. And really, with the culture of the team, teaching that kid that, your success versus one of my junior or senior success may look different, but we want to get you excited about your events that you're participating in.
I've always been fascinated by the fact that how you determine what you're going to do, especially the vaulters and the hurdle people. I mean, how on earth do you look at somebody flying through the air on a pole and think, yeah, I want to do that. That's something I want to stay away from. Is it just the challenge? Is it something new? Is it the excitement of, who's going to wipe out in this event, and I want to make sure it's not me?
Hopefully not that last one. I am really fortunate to have, and I know I'm broken record here, but I've got a fantastic vault coach. He jumped at UCM. He's a Lee Summit North grad.
Oh.
His older sister ran cross country and distance for me. So I've known the family a long time, and he's been here now Oh, he's been here at least 10 years. He may be a year or two over that. He does an incredible job recruiting kids. The kids he has out there, he does an incredible job. You know, Valters, the biggest thing we look at Valters is kids that have gymnastics, cheerleading background.
Yes.
So if I have a cheerleader and she at all acts interested, I will talk vault to her, and then it's a matter, and this is the same with hurdles, then it's a matter of getting them on the runway, getting them on that track, and having them work through the lowest level of that event we can. And you're going to know relatively quickly if a kid's timid or if a kid's going to go after it. Mm-hmm. You know, the hurdlers, I'll put them on a hurdle on turf, and I'll get them going over that full speed. I'm fortunate. I have 4 or 5 girls that are new to me this year, and all of them have her hurdling background experience. So we both take the same approach of working them technically into the event as quick as we can. And then you're going to know right away if the kid's got the mental fortitude and the grit to go after an event where you could hit a curl and crash, where you could come down funky off of a bar. Because you're right, those 2 events alongside of high jump really are the 3 that take a lot of time to get down what you're doing to be able to do it well. And if they're doing it well, they're going to feel a whole lot safer about what they're doing anyway. So first couple of weeks, you just take that time to be with the kids and get them into the event as soon as possible and see how they're responding to it. And then we make some decisions and shuffle kids around from there.
Welcome to Missouri, the first week of outdoor spring sports. And my God, we had everything last week weather-wise. Little bit of a flood in my backyard that I wasn't expecting. It wasn't on my bingo card, let's put it that way. How'd you navigate last week with all the weather issues?
I mean, after doing this, I'm on 24 years of coaching high school track. So, we've seen it all. But my seniors will have always heard I will joke about a Blue Springs district meet probably in 2012 or 13 that we were running the 4x4 in the snow in May. So it's Missouri. We're not in Texas. We're not in California. We know weather's going to be a factor. A big group of girls off-season conditioned with me all the way from November. So they got a couple beautiful weeks in February. I got a couple beautiful weeks in February where we were outside, and we had one coming. It's been 3 or 4 years since we've had that a first week that's been that rainy. We got relatively lucky. We actually were only inside one day, which was probably the worst day to be inside because we still had basketball working through districts, so they were in and around sharing gym space. Baseball, without a turf field, baseball is inside if they get a little bit of rain at all. So I work real well. The coaching staff at North is always really great to work with, the spring coaches and then including, our basketball coaches. Everybody communicates, kind of says, hey, I'm going to be in this space, I'm going to be in this space, and we find a way to work around each other if we're inside. But like I said, we were able to be outside 4 days of the 5 last week, and this week looks to be fantastic. The rain on Wednesdays moved into the morning, so girls know if it's 40 and dry, plan on being on the track because we'll run a track meet in that weather.
Yes.
Otherwise, my jumps and my vault coach and my throws coaches all know the areas that that work well for them inside, so they have spaces that they can get to with the kids. And then we focus on getting a short, intense workout in wherever we're at if we get stuck indoors.
Who are some young ladies that we might want to spotlight heading into the season?
My 2 big returning seniors, we only took one kid down to state last year, and that's Reese Zinn. She was a high jumper. She had been a district champion and had been a sectional champion last year, so she had the pedigree. She made it to state her first time her junior year. Fortunately, did not have a great state meet, but she got down there and kind of was able to get that experience and understand what it's like. So she's sitting in a good spot. Reese is sitting in a good spot to get back down, and she just signed to Northwest Missouri State to go high jump. So she was a part of our state-run volleyball team that took second in state. She was starting middle for the volleyball team that was state runner-up to Lafayette, and but she opted to do track in college. So I'm excited to see what she does at Northwest. We've sent a couple kids up to Northwest in the last 8 years that have done real well. Behind her, Yasmin Horde, triple long jumper, his kid has just been on the outside of making it to state the last 2 years. Junior and senior year, she finished fifth in long and triple. Just missed getting to Jeff City. So I'm really hoping that she has the year that she's worked hard. She's a really hard worker. I'm hoping she gets that year and can break that wall through to get to state. I'm excited about both of those. Got an exciting sprint crew that has been working really hard in Brooklyn Wall and Lena Schofield. I'm going to be missing girls, so sorry to the girls whose names I don't say. Got a group of exciting throwers coming up that are sophomores that Josephine Lawless and Tatum Schroeder and Araya Duran, they'll all be sophomores at one point in time. All three of those were our number one jab, number one shot, and number one disc. Ooh. So as freshmen, I'm excited to see what they come back as sophomores, what they can do down there, that squad. Yeah. So I've got a lot of girls across the board. And then again, with 30 freshmen, there's a lot of athletes in that group. I'm interested to see what they can do, but our seniors up on the top end, we've only got 7 seniors, and of the 7 of them, 6 of them are letter winners from last year. We've got our strongest pole vaulter coming back in that group, and then Meliana and Jonas Pack, and then sisters Leah and Lexi they've all been here for 4 years, so they're fixtures on our relays. All 7 of those girls, including the new girl we have, I think are gonna have a part to play in relays, have a part to play in some open events.
Colby Matthews, always such a pleasure to visit with you. Good luck on the upcoming season, and buddy, you're always welcome here in the Sonic Locker Room.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.